Question number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Question number 8. Tell me. It is R and T are partners in a firm sharing profit in the ratio of 3:2. S joins the firm. R surrenders 1/4 of his share and T 1/5 of his share in favor of S. What is problem here? This is the question you are talking about?
Yes, sir.
So what is your doubt here? You are not able to understand the surrender part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. R surrender 1/4 of his share. I told you that whenever you will see of his share in the question, then the surrendered value, like fraction given, it will be multiplied with the partner old ratio. So our old ratio is 3/5. Let me solve this one, because if I say it verbally, it will not be good. Question number 8. So R and T are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is 3:2. A new partner S joins. Now R surrendered. So we have to calculate sacrifice. For calculation of sacrifice, it will be 3/5 into 1/4 of his share. So 1/4. For T, it is 2/5 and he surrender 1/5. So 2/5 into 1/5. So 3/20 and 2/25. This is the sacrifice. Okay. So after we have calculated sacrifice, what is the next step? New ratio. R, this sacrifice of R will be deducted from his share, 3/5 minus 3/20. The sacrifice of T will be deducted from his share, 2/5 minus 2/25. And S share is not given in the question. Okay. So S share is not given. Whatever R and T will give, that is the share of S. So R has given 320 and T has given 225. So total of these two will be his new share. So 20, 9/20, then 25, eight by 25, and it will be 100. (23 by 100). Now to make denominator same, it will be 32 by 100. It will be 45 by 100, and it is 23. So the new ratio will be 45, 32, 23. Tell me, is this clear to you now, Shahrukh?
Yes, sir.
So in question, if of his share is given, what you have to do? Can you tell me the steps you have to follow?
You have to find sacrifice ratio.
Yes, you have to find sacrifice. Can you tell me how? By multiplying the given sacrifice with their old ratio.
Old ratio, yes.
Yes, so this is how you'll get the sacrifice. Then sacrifice will be deducted from their old share. And if the new partner share is not given, then total sacrifice will be his new share. That clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt? Anyone? Hello, Madhya. Good evening.
Good evening.
So anyone have any question in previous class homework or in the topic also? You can ask. Otherwise, I will start goodwill. Sumaya,
Yes, sir.
do you have any doubt, any question that you want to ask from the
No,
previous class homework? Madhya?
no doubt, sir.
Okay. So if you have not tried the question, please try it so that this is the first topic of admission, important one, because in every question you will see the calculation of ratio. There will be. Now, the next part is goodwill. I told you there are two types of goodwill. One is called valued goodwill, one is existing goodwill. So if there is any existing goodwill, then the adjustment are same for existing goodwill. This is the existing goodwill part. If there is any existing goodwill appearing in the books, then it will be written off in old profit sharing ratio of existing partner. Only existing partner, not to the new partner, because old ratio is always between existing partner. So that's why it will be given to only existing partner. So old partner's capital account debit to goodwill account. Please write this. The heading is accounting treatment of goodwill. Okay. And after that, this existing goodwill. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the existing goodwill. Actually, we have also covered this in the previous class, previous chapter, change in profit sharing ratio. Do you remember the concept of existing goodwill that we have discussed in the previous class? Nadia?
Yes, sir. It should be written off.
Yes, it should be written off in the old ratio always. Okay. And goodwill never goes to revaluation account. You have to remember this also. Okay. Now, the second, valued goodwill. So you can see here, as per AS 26, Accounting Standard 26, which is related to intangible assets. So goodwill should be recorded in the books only when consideration has been paid for it. That is purchased goodwill. Okay. So the valued goodwill, which is a self-generated one, will not be recorded in the books. It is given in the quotient so that partner can bring this value, or the old partners can distribute it. Okay. So this goodwill, valued goodwill, is just a compensation. Compensation for what? Compensation for what? It is compensation for sacrifice of ratio. It is compensation for compensation payable by new partner for the profit acquired from the other partners. So this valued goodwill is just a compensation. It will be adjusted in capital account only, not to be recorded in the books. Okay. So it will be adjusted through capital account. It will not go to the balance sheet. So that's why when new partner admitted into the partnership, he brings premium for goodwill for share in profit. So whatever share the new partner is getting, he will take that much goodwill. He will bring that much goodwill, which is a compensation to existing partner for their sacrifice of profit sharing ratio. So it will be paid to the existing partner who is sacrificing the ratio. So this is the first case in part of goodwill. When goodwill, premium for goodwill is paid privately by new partner to existing partner. Let me show you the example. Let's say this is the new partner and these are old partners. So if you remember the concept, new partner brings two things at the time of admission. One is capital and one is premium for goodwill. So capital is brought by new partner for share in assets and liabilities, and goodwill is for profit share. So he brings two things and the purpose of these two are different. Capital is for share in assets and liabilities, premium for goodwill for profit share. Now the first case is, this is the firm. So generally what happen, if any transaction happening in the firm, then it should be recorded. Any transaction happening here in the firm or with the firm, then it should be recorded because we are preparing the books of firm only. Now if this premium for goodwill is paid by new partner to old partner privately, means there is no involvement of firm. You tell me It should be recorded in the books or not? You have to say yes or
Can you
no.
repeat the question?
Yes, I will repeat the question. But everyone have to give the answer, at least yes or no. Okay. So the new partner is giving the goodwill share privately to old partners. This is D, and these partners' name are A, B, and C. So D is directly giving the goodwill value to old partners A, B, C. Okay. So tell me, it should be recorded in the firm's book or not?
It
No, it shouldn't
shouldn't
be
be
recorded.
recorded.
That's very good. Uh, all of you have said at once, and the answer is correct. Yes, it should not be recorded in the books because this transaction is not happening with the firm. It is their private transaction, and private transaction is not recorded in the books. Whatever they are doing in their personal life is not the concern of the business. So we will not record it. So that's why you can see the treatment is, in this case, no accounting is done in the books of firm as there is no transaction with the firm. Okay. Is this clear? This is very simple. Okay, so please write this first part, then we'll discuss the second case of goodwill. Now the practical part will start. This is the theory part of goodwill. Please write this and tell me after completion. Done?
No, sir.
Second case. Someone who has not completed the previous part, tell me.
Yes, sir, done.
So this is the case 2, the basic concept of goodwill. So when goodwill, premium for goodwill brought by new partner in cash or kind. First of all, if partners joins the partnership firm, a new partner, then he will bring two things. I already told you, capital and goodwill. So what will be the journal entry? First of all, if you remember the first transaction in journal, in every transaction, okay, so there was first transaction for investing capital into the business in journal chapter 11th. Do you remember the transaction and the journal entry for that? Yes. Invested capital into the business or invested cash into the business, started business with cash, like these lines. Do you
Cash
remember this
account to
transaction?
capital account.
Very good. Cash account debit to capital account. So when a new partner will bring capital into the business, the journal entry should be cash account debit to partner's capital account. But he is not only bringing capital. So the entry should be cash account debit to partner's capital, but he's also bringing goodwill, not only capital. So that's why 2 premium for goodwill. Okay. So premium for goodwill, you can say that it is like a liability for business, because this is not the income of business. Generally, liability or income is written on the credit side. So it is not income. It is to be distributed between old partners. So that's why it is a liability. So when new partner brings capital, it will be kept in the business. And if new partner brings goodwill, it will be distributed between old partners. Now, it is up to them that they will withdraw this money or not. If they will withdraw the money, then we will pass the entry for withdrawal also. But if they keep the money into the business, then it will be credited to their capital and there will be no other entry. So this is the first entry, cash account debit to premium for goodwill to partners capital. Now, one more thing, in those entries, sometime you have seen that started business with cash and stock, cash and building, cash and machinery. Yes. So the journal entry was whatever the owner brings in the business, we have to write it on the debit side. If he's bringing cash, then cash is on the debit side. If he is bringing machine or any other assets, then we have to write assets account also on the debit side. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Is this? Yes. Okay, so you can see all the journal entries. First is for goodwill brought by new partner along with capital. So cash account debit, assets account debit, to capital account, to premium for goodwill account. This is the entry. Actually, it is to partners capital account, the partner who is bringing the capital. So to partner capital account. The next entry is for distribution, because capital will be kept in the business, but goodwill will be distributed. So for distribution of goodwill between partners in sacrificing ratio. Okay. Now we have already discussed the concept of new ratio or gaining sacrificing ratio. So before doing any question, you have to calculate these things. Sometimes you don't need sacrifice or gain, but it will be better if you calculate it. So for distribution of goodwill between partners in sacrificing ratios. Premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. Now, do you remember the journal entry that we were doing for goodwill in change in profit sharing ratio? Anyone? I told you that everything that we are studying in change in profit sharing ratio will come in admission also. So, do you remember the journal entry? No one?
Is it capital account to goodwill account?
No, that's not correct. Okay, so you don't remember? It was gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital. Now, do you
Yes,
remember
sir.
now? Okay. So it is gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. But here, what we are doing, we are not writing gaining partners capital account. Why? Because there is one gaining partner here. Yes, the new one. Sometime you will see that the existing partner, one of the existing partner is also gaining in an admission chapter. So in that case, the entry will be same. Premium for goodwill account debit, gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. But generally, that situation is very rare. That's why I have not written in the journal entry. It is simple. This goodwill, which is brought by partner, will be distributed here. So premium for goodwill account debit to sacrificing partners capital. So it will be distributed in sacrificing issue, which is written here. The third entry is for withdrawal of amount of goodwill if the old partner, the sacrificing partner, has decided to withdraw the money of goodwill. Then that entry will be sacrificing partners capital account debit to cash or bank because they are taking cash. So cash is going from the business. So that's why cash is on the debit side and partner capital is on the debit side because it is decreasing. Now, you can see the note if goodwill is retained in the business. If it is clearly written in the portion that the partners has withdrawn the money, withdrawn the amount of goodwill, then the third entry will be passed. Otherwise, we will assume that the goodwill is retained in the business. They have not withdrawn it. And in that case, third entry is not required. Okay, so if they have not withdrawn the money, then why the entry of withdrawal? So third entry will not be passed. So this is the case number 2. Please write this. Tell me after you have completed. Okay, this class is for 2 hours.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is our case number 2. Now the third case, third and the last one. Yes, third case. When goodwill, premium for goodwill, not brought by new partner. Okay. So when a partner is not bringing his goodwill, in that case, what will happen? First of all, the journal entry for bringing capital will be passed only because he is not bringing goodwill. So cash account debit to new partner's capital account, or cash account debit, assets account debit to new partner's capital. This is the first entry we have done in the previous case also. So cash is coming into the business, so that's why it is debited, and partner's capital is increasing, that's why it is on the credit side. So for capital brought by new partner, we have done that. There is no goodwill, that's why there is no premium for goodwill on the credit side. Now the second entry is for distribution of goodwill between partners. Now the question is, if he is not bringing goodwill, then what we will do? What is the adjustment required? So he needs to bring capital and goodwill. I already told you that capital is for assets and liabilities, goodwill is for share profit. So if he will not bring the goodwill, can we say that we will not give share in profit? Can you say this? If goodwill is not brought by the new partner, then can we say to him that we will not give you the share in profit?
You will get the share in profit.
Then if he will get the share in profit, then what is the adjustment required for this? So yes, we cannot deny the share in profit because that partner is coming into the business for a share in profit. If you are not giving share in profit to the new partner, then why he will join your partnership firm? And it is your need, that's why you have brought him as a new partner. So you cannot deny him share of profit. Now, if he is not bringing goodwill because he don't have enough money right now, so what we will do, capital he is bringing, we will deduct the value of goodwill to be brought. We will calculate the value of goodwill to be brought by new partner, and it will be deducted from his capital. Okay. How it will be adjusted? You can see the entry. New partner's capital is on the debit side, means it is to be deducted from his capital account, and distribution will be done like this. Okay. So in the previous case, if you see this, the journal entry was premium for goodwill, but here he is not bringing goodwill. That's why it is new partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account, because we are taking the value of goodwill from his capital. That's why his capital account is on the debit side. Okay, so again, you can see this entry is gaining partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital. New partner is gaining partner. So you can easily say gaining partner capital to sacrificing partner capital. So the effect is same, but we are writing new partner capital so that there is no confusion. So this is our case number 3. Tell me if you have any confusion in this part. Any doubt? I will solve some question, but tell me right now that you understood the theory part, because without solving question, it will be very difficult to understand. So I will solve some question. Tell me. Yes.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is the case number 3. Write this. I'm trying to find a question now so that we can solve some question. Do it. And tell me after you have completed. Done. Everyone completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is one more case actually before the question. We should complete that case. When only part of share in goodwill, premium for goodwill brought by new partner. Okay. So there is one case where full amount is brought by new partner for goodwill. Then there is second case when there is no money brought by new partner for goodwill. Then there is this third case. Actually, the first case was privately paid. I'm ignoring that. So I'm talking about only these three. So the third case is when only part of share in goodwill. So let's say the goodwill share is 10,000 and the new partner is bringing only 6,000. So the treatment is same. The remaining 4,000 will be deducted from the new partner's capital. Okay. We are uh, asking him to bring 10,000 as goodwill because that 10,000 will be distributed between partners, the old partners, the existing partners. But he's bringing only 6,000. So like we have done in the previous case, like we have deducted money from his capital account. So again, the remaining amount which he will not bring, we will deduct it from the capital. So you can see the journal entry, cash account debit, assets account debit, to new partner capital account, to premium for goodwill account. This premium for goodwill is paid part. Whatever premium for goodwill he will bring, we will only write the amount of that goodwill. Then in the second entry, you can see new partners capital account debit, premium for goodwill account debit, to sacrificing partners capital account. So not paid part will be deducted from capital, paid part premium for goodwill, and total will be distributed between partners in the sacrificing issue. So this is the fourth case. Please write this one also, then we will discuss a question. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are starting the question part. Can you see the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, question number 18. A and B are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C into partnership for 1/5 share. C brings in 30,000 as capital and 10,000 as goodwill. At the time of admission of C, goodwill appears in the balance sheet of A and B at 3,000. The new profit sharing ratio of the partner will be 5:3:2. Pass necessary entries. So the old ratio is given and the new ratio is given. Okay, so in this question, we don't have to calculate new ratio. We have to calculate sacrificing or gaining ratio. Question number 18. Working note number 1. Gain or sacrifice. So two partners, A and B, 3:2. A and B, 5/10, 3/10. Sorry, this is the new issue. The old ratio is 3:2, so 3/5 and 2/5. Now the new ratio they are getting is 5:3:2, so 5/10 and 3/10. The 2/10 is the new partner share. So both partner A and B sacrificing 1/10, 1/10. Now there is existing goodwill in the quotient. We have to write it off. Existing goodwill. At the time of admission of C, goodwill appears in the balance sheet of A and B at 3,000. So existing goodwill. It will be distributed between old partners only. So 3,000 into their old ratio, 3/5, 2/5. So 1,200, 1,800. Is this clear? Is this part clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then C brings 10,000 as goodwill. C share of goodwill is 10,000 and it should be distributed between partner. So working note number 3, distribution of premium for goodwill, or you can simply write premium for goodwill. That is also fine. So gaining and sacrificing ratio for both partners 1/10 and goodwill value is 10,000. So he is bringing 10,000. First of all, you have to remember this. Now, this total amount should be distributed. If we multiply it with 1/10, tell me, this is my quotient from, sorry, it is 1,000 and 1,000. Total is 2,000. So tell me, total amount is distributed or not? Madiha,
It's distributed.
total amount is already distributed. A is getting 1,000, B is getting 10,000. Total amount is 10,000. Total amount is 10,000. That is brought by C. A is getting 1,000, B is getting 1,000. So it is already distributed. Nadia, hello Nadia, am I audible?
Sir, I don't.
No, I'm not saying that you don't know. I'm actually asking you. The total amount brought by C is how much? You know that. Yes?
Yes.
How much? How much goodwill brought by C? You can see this in the question also. And I have also written this. Total goodwill brought by C is 10,000. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. A is getting 1,000, B is getting 2,000. So total, how much amount we have distributed? A is getting 1,000, B is getting 1,000. So total
2000.
distribution 2,000. Yes. So amount brought by C is 10,000. Amount distributed is 2,000. Is it equal?
Yes.
Is it equal? 10,000 equals to 2,000.
No, no, no.
10,000 C brought and distribution is only 2,000. So both of these are not equal. Yes.
No, sir.
So it means there is something remaining. How much remaining to be distributed?
8,000.
So it means I am making some mistake here.
Yes.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Yes, I'm making a mistake here. I told you in the beginning, if we are distributing by 1/10, then there will be a mistake. Total amount we have to distribute. So it should be distributed equally because both partners are giving 110. So amount brought by C will be given as 5,000, 5,000. Now the question is why we are not using this fraction 1/10, 1/10. Anyone have any idea? Maria, you have any idea about this?
Maybe because both are sacrificing the same amount. That's why we're taking 1/2.
Okay.
So it can be shared between both.
In this case, it is 1/10, 1/10. So this is called sacrifice. But if we want to write sacrificing ratio, then it will be 1:1. So that is how it is 1/2, 1/2. Now, both of these can be used, but in different situation. If you are taking total goodwill, then this 1/10, 1/10 will be used. And if you are taking share of any partner, we have 10,000 share of C only. So if we are using share of any partner, then ratio should be used. I will explain how it is given. Okay, first of all, what is the value of goodwill brought by C? It is 10,000, yes? And what is the share he is getting? Shahrukh.
Yes, sir.
What is the share of C, the new partner? Share of C, the profit share I'm talking about. Profit share of C is given in the quotient.
1/5.
1/5. Yes, it is 1/5 or 2/10, you can say. Here it is 2/10. Here it is 1/5. Both are same actually. So 1/5 or 2/10 you can take. Okay. So for 1/5, he's giving 10,000. So this is share of C. It means what will be the value of firm's goodwill? So total 5 shares there are, 5 shares. In that, C is bringing only 1. Okay. So in 5 shares, he's getting 1. And for that, he's giving 10,000. So for total 5 shares, it will be 50,000. C share is 10,000 for 1/5. So to calculate firm's goodwill, what will be this? 10,000 into 5 by 1. Actually, we have to use a reciprocal of his share. So he's bringing 10,000 for 1 share in total 5 share. Or you can say that there is total 5 pen and he's purchasing 1 pen for 10,000. So what will be the value of total 5 pen? Anyone? Sumaya, you should tell me. Hello, Sumaya.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yes. For there is total 5 share. For 1 share, C is giving 10,000. So what will be the value of total share?
5,000.
What? Okay, let me rephrase the question. There is 5 pen. 5 pen. Okay. For 1 pen, you have to pay 10,000. So for 5 pen, what will be the amount you have to pay?
50,000.
Yes, it is 50,000. So why you said 5,000 then? Yes, it is 50,000. So firm's goodwill is 50,000. Okay. Now, C share is 10,000. Firm's goodwill is 50,000. So this is the total goodwill, 50,000. Now, what I just said, that if you want to use the fraction 1 by 10, then you have to use total goodwill. And if you're using share of any partner, then you have to use a ratio. So here we have multiplied this with share of C. But now we have the value of total goodwill also, which is 50,000. So 50,000 into 1 by 10, 50,000 into 1 by 10, 5,000, 5,000. Answer is same. This is what I'm talking about. Now it is clear to you which item will be used.
Yes, sir.
Nadia,
Yes.
Sumaya, Shahrukh, tell me, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So that is how. Okay. Can anyone repeat that for which we have to use which share? I'm asking again. Let's say we have partner share given in the quotient. In that case, sacrifice will be used or sacrificing ratio?
Ratio.
Ratio. Very good. And if total firm's goodwill is given, then we have to use sacrifice, not ratio. Sacrifice. Okay. So now we have calculated the value of goodwill, then the existing goodwill written off. Now we will pass journal entry. Journal entry. There will be, I think, 2-3 entries only. So the first entry is for bringing capital and goodwill. So cash account debit to C capital account to premium for goodwill account. So it is 30,000 for capital and 10,000 for goodwill. So total 40,000. Entry number 2 for distribution of goodwill. So premium for goodwill account debit to A capital to B capital. So 10,000, 5,000, 5,000. Now the third entry for writing off the existing goodwill. So it will be A capital account debit, B capital account debit to goodwill account. So goodwill is 3,000, the existing goodwill, and it is distributed in their old ratio. So 1,800, 1,200. Tell me, is this clear to you? You want to write this? If no, then we will solve another question. Actually, take this screenshot. We will solve another question of different case. This is case number 2. We have total 4 cases. There is no question related to the first case because that is paid privately. So there is no accounting treatment required. In second case, partner is bringing full value of the goodwill. Now there is 2 cases left. One, when a new partner will not bring any value for goodwill. And the fourth case is when new partner is bringing some part of the goodwill. So these 2 cases we have to cover. So take this screenshot and tell me after you have completed. Done? Okay. So now actually in this cases, all the cases are related to in all these questions, the partners are bringing, the new partner is bringing the whole value of goodwill. Just 1 minute. I need a question which is related to Yes. Question number 30, you can see here. X and Y are partners sharing profit and losses equally. They admit Jed for 1/4 share by paying 5,000 out of his share of 9,000 of goodwill. Goodwill already appears at 30,000. This already appeared goodwill will be written off. Give journal entries to record the above transaction. Now, Jed is getting 1/4 share. So, question number 30. So, working out new ratio. So to calculate new ratio, this is the first case of new ratio. So assume total profit share as 1. Assume total profit share as 1. Remaining share for X and Y will be Z is getting 1/4. So 1/4 will be deducted from total share and the remaining value will be for X and Y. So it is 4 minus 1. That is 3/4. X new share will be new share of X. It will be 3/4. They distributing their old profit share ratio is equal. So 1/2. So 3/8. Y is getting 3/4 gune 1/2. That is also 3/8. And Z is getting 1/4. So into 2/2. So that is 2/8. So the new ratio will be 3:3:2. This is the new ratio. What will be the sacrificing ratio? Sacrificing ratio will be same as the old ratio, that is 1:1. This is the sacrificing ratio. Now we have sacrificing ratio. So we have to use share of partner. So share of partner is 9,000. And he brought only 5,000. So the journal entry will be cash account debit to, is there any capital? No. So capital is not given. So premium for goodwill. Only premium for goodwill is bringing. Whatever value of capital. So it will be premium for goodwill. Account debit 5,000. Maria, can you tell me that how much amount we have to take from his capital?
Can you repeat the question?
How much money we have to deduct from the new partner's capital for goodwill?
We have to minus from the total goodwill the amount that's there.
Okay, his share of goodwill is 9,000. It is said in the question, they admit Jed for 1/4 share by paying 5,000 out of his share of 9,000 of goodwill. So his share was 9,000. He paid only 5,000. So how much money we will take from his capital?
4,000.
4,000. Very good. Yes. So Z capital 4,000. And the sacrificing ratio is 1:1. So total 9,000 will be distributed between X and Y. 4,500, 4,500. Tell me, is this clear? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now the existing goodwill is also given, so it will be written off in the old ratio. So X capital account debit, Y capital account debit to goodwill account. Goodwill was, the existing goodwill was 30,000 and the old ratio was equal. So 15,000, 15,000. This is the journal entry for third case. Okay, now the third case portion, when there is no goodwill brought by part, portion number 32. You have to solve this portion, everyone. Okay, so solve the question and tell me the journal entry. You have 10 minutes. I will give you 10 minutes. Actually, it will not take 10 minutes, but try this portion. Tell me the answer. Okay. See the question and tell me if you have any confusion so that before starting the question, you don't have any doubt. Question number 32. Done. Madhya. Hello, Madhya.
Done, sir. No, 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 wait, sir. Almost.
Okay, Sumaya. Hello, Sumaya. Shahrukh.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, tell me the answer.
Join into
Yes.
A capital account, DR2, B capital account, DR2 goodwill account.
Can you repeat?
A capital account, DR2, B capital account, DR2 goodwill account.
Okay, A capital account debit, B capital account debit, to goodwill account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the amount?
A capital account is 1,200, B capital account 800, to goodwill account 2,000.
Okay. After that,
Cash account debted to C capital account
amount
10,000, 10,000.
10,000. I should see capital 10,000. Okay. After that,
C capital account to A capital account to B capital account.
okay. Amount
C capital account 3,000, A capital account 1,800, B capital account 1,200.
Maria, have you completed?
No, sir.
Still not completed.
No, I'm doing the last part.
Okay. Madhya,
1 minute.
okay. You have taken more than 10 minutes. This is very small question. Done? Still not complete?
Sir, done.
Tell me.
First is A's capital account, DR, which is 1,200. B's capital account, 800 to goodwill account, 2,000. And then
For writing of existing goodwill.
Yes. And then premium of goodwill account, 10,000. To A's capital account, 6,000. To B's capital account, 4,000.
And these two entries
Done.
you have passed?
Yes.
What about the entry for bringing capital and goodwill? He is
I don't
bringing
know.
capital also.
I'll do that now.
Yes. So entry, what will be the entry? Can you tell me that? For bringing capital? Because goodwill is not brought by new partners. Only capital is brought by him.
But he didn't bring it yet, right?
Goodwill, yes. So I'm asking, what will be the entry for bringing capital only?
Cash account to capital.
Cash account debit to C capital, 10,000. Okay, Madhya is still incomplete, sorry. Yes. Madhya,
Sir, I'm confused.
which part? Which part you have confusion?
Capital 1, capital account.
For bringing capital.
Yeah,
Okay. So you don't know the entry?
no.
It will be cash account debit to new partners capital, means C capital. Cash account debit to C capital. 10,000, 10,000. The remaining two entries you have completed. The other two entries.
A capital account debit and B capital account debit. To goodwill account.
Amount.
12,000 for A, 8,000 for B.
800.
Yeah.
It is 2,000. So 1,200 and 800.
Well, I think I did wrong.
Okay. Sumaya, have you completed? Okay. So now these topics, these portions that we are talking about is related to goodwill. Okay, so there are three cases. We have covered these three cases. One, when partner brings full amount of goodwill. The second is when partner will not bring any value for goodwill. And the third is only part of goodwill is brought by new partner. So this is the second case when no amount is brought by. So one entry is for writing off. Shahrukh, Shahrukh answer is correct. Maria, you have written only two entries. Madhya, your answer is not correct. Journal entry is correct, but the amount you have written is incorrect. Okay, and also you have done only two entries. I not able to get Sumaya. So okay, so all of you have done almost correct, not exactly. Shahrukh answer was properly correct. So I think if you try some question, it is not very difficult topic. Okay, it is very easy one. If you study the theory properly and then try to solve question, then it will be done. So do you have any confusion in any of the case we have discussed? All of you, please give answer. Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Nadia, Sumaya.
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the second topic of this chapter. Now the third topic, revaluation. Revaluation entries, you remember? Actually, when I ask this question, almost every time I get the answer, no. So I'm asking again, do you remember the entries for revaluation? The journal entries?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, so you remember all the entries that we have done revaluation account?
Most of them.
Okay. Do you remember which value is written in revaluation account? The value of assets or liabilities, which value is written?
The difference,
The
right?
difference between old and new. Yes, that's very good. So any increase or decrease in value, so will be written in revaluation. Okay. Now, in I think if you remember the entries, you remember that what will be written in revaluation. Then you also remember the format of revaluation account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will just repeat the revaluation concept one more time. And then in this also, there are two cases for revaluation of assets and liabilities. So profit or loss due to, now here what we are doing, we are calculating the value, the profit or loss due to increase or decrease in the value. Why? Because new partner is coming and we don't want to give any profit or loss share to the new partner. Okay. So because in most of the cases, revaluation will give you the profit because the asset includes land, building, which generally increases. But sometimes, yes, you'll get the loss. So the answer is we don't want to share the profit or loss due to change in value of assets and liabilities to the new partner, to the incoming partner, because he has no right on the profit or loss. Okay, it is to be distributed, it is to be borne by old partners. Okay, so case one, case two, when assets and liabilities are required to be shown at revised value. So if it is to be shown at revised value, then we have to pass all these entries. For increase in value of assets, it is assets account debit to revaluation account. For decrease in value of assets, revaluation account debit to assets. So whenever you are like there is any increase or decrease in assets and liabilities, then there is some profit or loss. Okay. So if profit is happening, then revaluation will be on the credit side in journal entry. And if loss is happening, then revaluation will be on the debit side of journal entry. So for increase in value of asset, it means profit. So assets account debit to revaluation. For decrease in value of assets, it means loss. So revaluation is on the debit side. So this is the entries. Then again, for increase in value of liability, it is a revaluation account debit to liability because it is a loss. For decrease in value of liability, now you have to pay less. So it means profit, liability account debit to revaluation account. For unrecorded asset, it is also a profit. So unrecorded assets account debit to revaluation. For unrecorded liability, it is a loss. So revaluation account debit to unrecorded liability. Now, after doing all these things, after writing all the entries, we have to calculate the profit or loss on revaluation. If there is profit, then revaluation account debit to partners capital. The profit will be transferred to partners capital credit side. Why? Because due to profit, partner capital will increase. So that's why capital increases on the credit side. So it will be transferred to credit side of capital. If it is loss, then it will be on the debit side of partners capital because capital will decrease. So partners capital account debit to revaluation. All these are the entries. Now, this profit or loss we have calculated, it will be distributed in old profit sharing ratio between existing partner only, not new partner, only the old partner. Format is also same. So journal entries and format are same. Only the case 2 is different. Case 1 is same to same. You don't have to do anything different. Everything is same as change in profit sharing ratio. Okay. So tell me if you have any confusion in the first case of revaluation. Actually, admission will not take much time if you remember all the concept. But if you don't remember, then yes, it will take time because you'll not understand